So a good number when it comes to GST collections for the government. Now let's get you a pulse of the economy. The auto sales in October have been seeing a mixed set of numbers. Now two-wheelers and tractor sales have exceeded expectations. Tractor sales have been a big surprise. They're powering ahead on the back of festive cheer. Passenger vehicle companies have reported sales largely in line with estimates this time. Commercial vehicles, on the other hand, have had another rough month, with Ashok Leyland and Eicher disappointing with the kind of numbers in sales that they're reporting. And as for sales in electric vehicles, it has been another record month of sales. Let's find out more from my colleague Srishti, who tracks the auto sector very closely. Srishti, do tell us how the festive sales looking this time around for various sections of the auto industry.
So when it comes to the October sales data, so definitely the festive sales had its role to play, but one segment that was a clear outperformer was the tractor division, because it was a record month for companies like M&M as well as Escorts, where the companies recorded growth anywhere between 7 to 18% on a month-on-month basis. Not just this time around, the sales were strong, but going forward, they are optimistic of the sales to be strong in the times ahead as well. But talking of the two-wheeler segment, a bit of a mixed bag coming in, because firstly, when it comes to companies like Bajaj Auto, they registered sales close to 4 lakhs of units, a good jump when it comes to their overseas business, and 9% growth on a month-on-month basis. But for TVS Motors, there was a decline of 10% on a sequential basis in their overseas business, and this time the company managed to report numbers which was at par to our estimates. While coming for Eicher Motors Royal Enfield numbers, the company clocked in a sales of 82,235 units, almost flat growth on a month-on-month basis, but a disappointment coming in from Hero MotoCorp, where the company sold around 4.5 lakhs of units, a decline of 13% on a month-on-month basis. When it comes to the passenger vehicle segment, so the underlying demand is quite very strong, as we know, and overall the performance were at par to our estimates, and a decline of just 5% on a month-on-month basis is what we saw across the passenger vehicle segment. And lastly, a mixed pack coming in from the commercial vehicle segment, wherein Eicher Motors VECV and Ashok Leyland were disappointing set of numbers versus our expectation. A decline of 9 to 15% on a month-on-month basis is what we witnessed. But for Tata Motors, a bit of an outperformance coming in on the decline sales number, and even the sales data was as per what we were expecting at 18 out. So clearly, tractors was one particular segment that did outperform the rest of the batch.
Thanks for that, Srishti. That paints us a picture of the automotive sector and how it's doing by way of sales. From automotive, we're turning